And this morning on Today Goes Green, we're kicking off a series of stories on what we can all do to help the environment in honor of Earth Week.
Well, we all know how to recycle, but one California family is taking it to a whole new level. As NBC's Kristen Welker will tell us, they're not just separating their trash, they're not throwing anything away at all.
Surprised you haven't asked what's for dinner.
A family that throws nothing away, but they're not hoarders. Quite the opposite, in fact. Bea and Scott Johnson focus on not creating any garbage at all. Zero waste.
This is our trash from the last 6 months.
And they're not living off the grid like hippies. They've got cars, jobs, television, and 2 growing boys.
We're just as normal as anyone else. We just happen not to have trash.
The secret? It's simple. Just don't buy anything with packaging.
Zero waste really starts outside your home. So whatever you bring in from the outside into your home will become your problem.
Groceries come from the local farmers market or in the bulk section at stores like Whole Foods. Mesh bags work well for produce, while sealable glass jars store meat and cheese. Bread straight from the oven into a cloth bag, then into the freezer at home. Meals are always made with fresh ingredients, no prepackaged foods. All the food waste goes into the compost heap, which fertilizes the garden.
Okay, so we know how to deal with produce, but what about everything else? Paper, plastic, cardboard boxes, and aluminum cans. It all just ends up in the trash. But the Johnsons say there's always a better option.
Microfiber cloths take the place of paper towels, old-fashioned handkerchiefs in lieu of Kleenex. The family gets almost no mail. Bea has even gotten herself removed from junk mail lists. Tooth powder in a jar instead of a tube. Even these toothbrushes are compostable. Sounds great, right? But who's got the time?
I thought it was going to be very time consuming, that it was going to be a lot of hard work. And in fact, what I found is the opposite. In fact, it's actually, the whole lifestyle has actually saved a lot of time. I went through all of our old Visa bills from 2005 versus 2010 and had about a 25% savings.
Living zero waste does require commitment. The Johnsons don't shop much and even limit how many personal keepsakes they store. Just one memory box for each member of the family. To some people, it all sounds too extreme.
We got more reader feedback on this story than we have on any story in recent history, and it was very polarizing.
Sunset Magazine's Jess Chamberlain says her article about the Johnsons inspired some readers and irritated others.
I think there is some kind of green guilt going on in people that read the story. Certainly, I believe the Johnsons are well within their right to live however they please. But to hold this up as an example of something to aspire to is a big mistake. Humans must experience pleasure in life.
Can you really say my kids are deprived because they don't have junk food? I think it's the opposite. And then you have people that say that we don't do enough because we use toilet paper.
Bea says her family's lifestyle works because it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. Giving up all the things that don't last leaves more time for all the things that do. For Today, Kristen Welker, NBC News, Los Angeles.
We could all learn by their example.
Even if we just take little steps in that direction.
I know. We waste so much food.